ever lived somewhere that just felt wrong? Not because of crime or bad neighbors, but because the air itself seemed heavier, like the land remembered something it shouldn't. This story takes place in a house like that. Quiet, ordinary on the surface, but with a darkness that stretched far beyond the walls. In 2018, my family moved to a small rental house just outside of a town most people forget exists. My dad had just started a new job in agriculture management, so the location made sense. The house sat on a long gravel road with only 3 other homes nearby. Our backyard stretched into a giant open field that used to be part of an old soybean farm. It was peaceful, quiet, and somehow deeply wrong. There was one house that sat further back in the field, so far away you could only really see it during the day. It was rotting, mostly collapsed, and surrounded by dead trees. My mom asked our landlord about it, and he said it used to belong to a woman named Alma Jean. He said she died a long time ago, but for some reason, the land was never resold. That should have been the first red flag. ... On our 3rd night in the new house, I woke up around 2:30 a.m. to use the bathroom. I passed by the living room window, glanced outside, and froze. There was someone walking through the field. It was a woman, thin, hunched over, and wearing what looked like a pale blue nightgown that fluttered behind her in the wind. She wasn't walking toward the road or toward town. She was walking toward our backyard. At first, I thought maybe it was someone from one of the other houses, maybe even a sleepwalker. But then she stopped and turned her head directly toward the window, toward me. And I swear to you, she smiled. The next morning, I told my mom. She brushed it off as a dream, said I probably woke up disoriented. But that night, I made sure to stay awake. I watched the window for hours, trying to prove I hadn't imagined it. And at 2:37 a.m., she appeared again. Same woman, same direction, same pale blue gown. She didn't smile this time, just walked slowly, almost like she was dragging something behind her. I didn't sleep at all. Over the next few weeks, things got weirder. Lights in our hallway would flicker at random. I started finding muddy footprints on the back porch. Bare footprints, like someone was walking through the field barefoot. My dog, a huge German shepherd named Rocco, would growl and whine at the back door every night around the same time, 2:30 a.m. One night, I finally snapped and walked out into the backyard with a flashlight. I yelled, "Hey, who's out there?" No response, just the wind. But the next morning, we eventually got curious enough to look up Alma Jean. My sister found an old article in the town library archives. Alma Jean Jackson lived alone, known for her herbal remedies, folk magic, and bizarre healing rituals. The article called her eccentric, but locals had worse names for her: witch, devil worshipper, grave caller, She died in 2009. Apparently, she'd been found in her bedroom, fully dressed, standing upright, even though her heart had stopped days before. They said it looked like she had been waiting for someone. Her house, the one in the field, hadn't been touched since. 3 days after we read that article, I had what I can only describe as the worst night of my life. It was storming hard. Rain slammed against the windows. Thunder cracked constantly. I woke up to the sound of scraping. It was like fingernails dragging along my bedroom wall. I turned on my lamp, and that's when I heard it. A voice. It was so soft, I almost thought it was the wind. But then I heard it again, right next to my ear. "Come with me." I bolted up, heart pounding. There was no one there. But when I turned toward the window, I saw a wet handprint on the glass, on the inside. I ran to my parents' room. My mom screamed when she saw the handprint. My dad grabbed his shotgun and searched the entire house. We called the sheriff, but nothing came of it. No signs of forced entry. No footprints this time. Just a single muddy handprint and a cold, rotting smell that lingered for hours. We moved out 2 weeks later. To this day, I have no explanation. But I know what I saw. I know what I heard. And I believe that woman, whatever she was still there, waiting for someone. Maybe me. Maybe someone else. The new renters at that house, they lasted 3 months. No explanation. They just packed up and left everything behind. So now I'm asking you, do you believe spirits can stay tied to a place? Have you ever lived near somewhere that just felt wrong? Leave your story in the comments. I love reading your creepy experiences. And if this one gave you chills, help support the channel by subscribing, hitting that like button, and sharing it with a friend who loves true horror. Thanks for listening. Stay safe out there, because sometimes the dead are done with us yet.